Okay, started.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Braden. I'm interviewing Hardy here.
Hello.
And the first question would be what's your story?
My story?
Yep.
Well, I'm originally from South Sudan. I was born in Egypt. I came to Canada with my family in 1999, and I originally lived in Winnipeg for like 7 years. So I grew up there, did my kindergarten and grade one, and like high school, and not high school, kindergarten, grade one, and all that stuff. Then we moved to Brooks, and I was there for like 2 years, did grade four and five, and I came to Medicine Hat in 2006. And so I've been here since then, did high school, junior high. I played sports, so I played basketball and football growing up. I have two brothers, and we all live here with my mom. What else? I really like, I used to do a podcast, so I like, doing podcasting and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what was the podcast about?
It was about society and culture. So I talked about all kinds of different stuff, like stuff in the news. I talked about like Donald Trump a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an interesting topic.
Yeah.
And so I kind of covered stuff like that. I did that for like
Covered like politics stuff. Yeah.
I did that for like 2 or 3 years, and that was like during COVID, so there was like nothing else to do. I was doing that and just trying to pass the time and everything. And yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah. How was it? Or how was it like living in Egypt?
Egypt was cool. It's very hot though.
Yeah.
It's hot there.
Big difference in Canada.
Yeah. My first time like coming here and experiencing winter, I think I got pneumonia or whatever, and hypothermia because I remember putting my hands into the snow and I didn't have any gloves on. And I went inside and I washed my hands with hot water, and they say that you're not supposed to do that. Oh my god. Yeah, the pain. It was my first time experiencing that.
Yeah.
In the cold, and they call it I think they call it winter peg because it's so cold in Winnipeg. Yeah. So that wasn't fun. I like living in Medicine Hat more than I like living in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
But no, Egypt is cool. I've been back there one time when I was 12, and there's a lot of cool culture and history, and I'd say the people are pretty nice, and the food is good. Yeah.
What kind of food? Like
how do I explain it? Like Mediterranean type dishes, like a lot of like stews and like rice.
Do they like really like spices?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, a lot of spices. Yeah.
Why did you move from Egypt?
I think my mom wanted better education. She's actually in the healthcare industry herself. She works as a healthcare aide, so she wanted to come and study in Winnipeg, I guess, and have us have better education as well. Yeah. So.
What led you to choose this profession?
It was through a therapist that works in town. His name is Dr. Muda, and my mom, there was one time where she injured herself, and so she was going to do these sessions at the clinic or whatever, and so sometimes I went with her, and so I was just observing and watching, just kind of being a fly on the wall, and she was working with the therapist. And he kind of influenced me too. He was telling me, like, he was asking me, what program are you in, or what are you going to take in school and stuff like that. And he said that I should take this program, and I enjoyed like watching them work with my mom. I thought the work was cool. The machines that they use and stuff like that, and getting her to do the exercises that she did, I thought I could see myself doing it.
So like, did your mom also go through physiotherapy as well?
Yeah. She fell. She fell at work, and wasn't good. And so she injured her leg or something like that, her knee or something, and so she had to get physiotherapy for that.
And what led you to this school or this program? Like, there's so many other schools you could have
True.
chose.
True. I think just wanting to be at home,
Yeah.
like wanting to save money,
Right.
because I've moved away before in the past for school.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Lethbridge before, and it was pretty expensive because I lived in res there too.
Right.
And
Were you like driving back and forth or like?
a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mainly stayed there because I had a girlfriend there at the time too. So I was in Lethbridge and doing the school, and kind of got distracted a little bit, like partying, and res and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Distracted me.
Yeah.
So, and I was taking a program, exercise science, that's kind of in the same kind of in the same thing that we're doing, a lot of anatomy and stuff like that.
Any
too.
like differences between the two?
This one was more like being like a trainer kind of type. Like we
Mhm.
did
Like an intro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were in the gym, kind of like making exercise plans for people,
Mhm.
nutrition plans and stuff like that, and kind of directing them on how to work out. And but it was the same type of anatomy as we're doing now. I think the anatomy course was easier
Yeah.
back then, and we weren't doing as much in depth, like not as many landmarks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'd say I'm also like really interested in like dieting and knowing what to eat.
Yeah.
And yeah.
how to take care of your body and all
Yeah,
that kind
exactly.
of stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's your like goals for like being in school?
My goals, I would say, to hopefully get through the program,
Yeah.
to pass.
Mine too.
Yeah.
That's mine too.
Yeah. And then to hopefully land a job, and
Mhm.
to be able to like just make an impact, I guess,
Yeah.
to help people. Especially like today, doing the job shadow that I was at today, I like got to see some of the people that we possibly might be working with in the future.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, like I'd like to be working with those people and helping them, especially helping them get out of hospital and get back home so they can live their lives and have like be able to do things on their own and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Mm.
And what about like outside of work? So like hobbies that you really enjoy other than
Hobbies.
work, school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like watching football and basketball. I like to
Do you like watch games with like friends or yeah?
yeah, with like my brothers
Yeah.
sometimes and stuff like that. What else do I like to do? I like obviously like staying in shape,
Mhm.
trying to stay in shape.
Yeah.
I do my best to do that. Healthy eating.
Yeah. Do you like cooking or yeah?
Yeah, I do. Especially when I lived away, I had to cook a lot.
Yeah.
Learn how to cook. I actually like watching like the Food Network a lot, stuff like that. Learning how to cook from TV. And,
By like Food Network, do you mean like on the news, on the like just on?
the channel Food Network on TV.
Is that like a channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of cooking shows
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and cooking competition shows and whatnot.
Right.
So yeah, I like
Yeah,
to.
I know someone who actually did the world champion in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in the world champion. Yeah,
For cooking.
for cooking. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I worked with him for a little bit. It was pretty cool to see. Yeah.
Did he do well?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like he was a new guy that came,
Yeah.
and guy's probably good enough to be my supervisor, probably manager.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
he knew everything. And what would be like your end goal?
My end
Your
goal.
like ultimate goal, right?
Ultimate goal
Yeah.
would be to make like a huge impact in somebody's life. Like say somebody was had seen a bunch of therapist assistants or seen other people and didn't get the help that they needed or
Mhm.
didn't get the right kind of treatment or whatever, to be able to go and give them the right kind of treatment and to help them so that they could go home or be able to do what they needed to do,
Mm.
like move or be able to walk again, or just to be able to do their daily living.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be able to just help somebody in the biggest way, I think.
Yeah. That would be like a huge impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What motivates you?
What motivates
Yeah.
me?
Family. Like,
Family. Like, my mom's a super hard worker,
Mhm.
so watching her kind of do her work and be in a job, and she doesn't give up and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And my middle brother, he's a huge inspiration to me because he took the business program and he finished, and now he works at a bank and all that kind of stuff. So he's
Very like financial.
financially.
Yeah.
He knows how to use money and save money and all that kind of stuff for sure.
I'd say like that would be my second interest topic, would be like financial. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's hard for me to understand, but he tells me about it sometimes, like what the banking world is
Mhm.
like and stuff like that. What else? I'm inspired or motivated by, like, I think I'm one of the, like the intrinsic motivation, where you're motivated just by like your inner self or whatever.
Yeah.
Motivated to do good and to help
like succeed and
yeah. I think that playing sports helped in the motivation part, and like working out and stuff like that helps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what achievements are you most proud of?
I would say graduating high school was a big achievement for me. What else? Some of like the awards that I've won through sports,
Mhm.
those are big achievements because they were like hard to win.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I would say like successfully moving, like I live back at home now, but successfully moving out and living on my own for the first time.
Yeah, like
And-
for me, moving out with like dorm buddies, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
big
Di-
achievement.
big achievement and very different, and
Yeah. And so I think that's like one of the biggest ones. And I'm looking to move out again in the future again soon, hopefully. So that'll be good to be able to like support myself and
Yeah.
hopefully have a good job and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of like work experience do you have? Like, have you worked with other people in the past, or like what other jobs have you had?
I've had all kinds of different jobs, a lot of jobs, unfortunately. I've worked as like a cook, as like a photo type assistant person. I've done like construction jobs, sales assistant jobs, retail, car sales, stuff like that. I've never really done any like healthcare type jobs, but I've always wanted to be kind of in that field or whatever, just to do something different. But yeah, I'd say I've worked like.
How was it being a cook?
Being a cook is good, like.
Yeah.
Because I'm a cook now, but it's not as intense as it was during some of the jobs. I remember some of the jobs, it's like super fast paced. And
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
And they're like on you to, you know, be
Oh yeah, trust me, I know what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you arrive late and
Yeah,
they're going through a
oh
rush.
my God.
It's
not good.
no, it's not. I guess, how do you handle like these stresses and these challenges too?
I like to give myself time just to like rest and relax. I don't really like meditate, but
Just like step out, take a breather, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Sometimes I do yoga. Got a yoga mat at home that I use sometimes. But other than that, I think I just I try to I just try to just take a breather.
Yeah.
Usually energy drinks help.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to take care of stress, but
especially in the cooking area. Yeah. And do you think you're ready for this profession that you're going into?
I think somewhat. I think a little bit. I still have things that I need to not take care of, but to come to terms with myself. Especially being in the hospital type settings or in a clinical type setting.
Yeah.
Seeing blood, all that kind of stuff.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. I gotta make sure I'm prepared.
Yeah.
And that I don't freak out in the middle of work or something like that. Just to be able to take that on. Yeah, so I think I'm somewhat prepared, but coming to the program will help prepare us more or whatever. Yeah.
What kind of environment do you want to work in? Do you want to work with lots of people? Do you want to,
I think, thinking about it, I think I'd want to work with people in their homes. Mm-hmm. So going out of hospital and then going into people's homes to work with them once they've left, and they can kind of do things on their own, just to help them get back into a daily routine and stuff like that. Just because I don't think that being in the hospital would be good for me. And I do want to work with adults. I don't think working in a school with kids. I think working with kids is harder than working with adults. So definitely wanting to work with adults and in the home type setting.
Yeah, especially with me, I'd rather be in a gym setting
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think your skills that you have learned fits this profession?
I think so. I think you need to have really good people skills.
Yeah.
And good communication skills, stuff like that. I think just the experience I've had working different types of jobs, being in different programs in the past, I think it all comes together to help prepare me or prepare us or whatever. And I think it helps.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the future?
Hopefully, living in either a bigger type city environment, with a family and working in this particular field. Hopefully, working as me and my mom have talked about me possibly going into nursing after I'm finished this program, because she's well, you should be a nurse. That's kind of her. She always wanted to be a nurse, I think, so she wants me to kind of go for it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so being a travel nurse, hopefully, would be good.
I hear they get paid well too.
Yeah, I hear that.
Being a travel nurse.
Yeah, they get really, really good pay depending on where you work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I would want to hopefully see myself doing that and just be living well, happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you prioritize the most?
I think hard work, definitely self-care, stuff like that, family time for yourself. I like to read once in a while, so I like to prioritize time for reading and stuff like that.
I mean, I like listening to audiobooks, podcasts, whatever, but reading in a book, no. No.
It's tough. I'll be honest with you, I haven't read an actual book in a while, but the audiobooks audiobooks are the way.
I might follow along with an audiobook, but
but to read a whole book is
How are you feeling about this, like, profession? Like, are you excited for it?
Oh wow.
We're at the 15-minute.
20 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, one last question I have for you.
All right.
What do you want people to remember you by?
I guess just for being like a nice, friendly, easygoing person, for being helpful, being like a hard worker, always being there, being loyal and kind, and just being a good person.
Yeah.
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 Those are like good like values. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for this interview, I guess. We're well past our time.
Yeah.